We've all encountered them. Those individuals who leave us feeling uneasy, drained, or questioning what just happened. Fake people. They're masters of the mask, experts at presenting one face while hiding another. But here's the truth. Once you know what to look for, fake people become remarkably easy to spot. So let's pull back the curtain and expose the patterns, behaviors, and red flags that reveal someone's true character. Before we dive deep, let's define what we mean. A fake person isn't someone who's occasionally polite or puts on a professional face at work. We all adapt to different social situations. That's normal. A fake person is someone who consistently presents a false version of themselves for personal gain, manipulates emotions and situations to their advantage, says one thing but does another repeatedly, changes their personality depending on who's around, lacks genuine concern for others while pretending to care. They're performing a role, and you're the audience they're trying to deceive. Here are some classic signs of fake people. Number 1, the chameleon effect. Fake people don't have a core personality. Watch them in different settings. With one group, they're passionate about fitness and clean eating. With another group, they're partying and indulging. With you, they mirror your interests perfectly, a bit too perfectly. They become whoever they need to be to gain acceptance, approval, or advantage. Real people have consistent values and interests, even if they express them differently in various contexts. Fake people are blank slates, constantly rewriting themselves. Number 2 is they're overly concerned with status and appearances.
For fake people, life is a performance, and they're obsessed with the audience's reaction. They name drop constantly. They're always talking about expensive things they own, important people they know, or exclusive places they've been. They carefully curate every social media post, every outfit, every statement to project an image. And that image is always aspirational, always impressive, always just a bit better than everyone else's reality. But here's the tell. They're more interested in being seen doing good things than actually doing them. They'll post about the charity donation, but won't volunteer when there are no cameras. Number 3, the gossip loop. If someone gossips to you, they're definitely gossiping about you. This is one of the most reliable indicators of a fake person. They bond with you by sharing secrets about others. They lean in, lower their voice, and make you feel like you're in an exclusive club of two. But think about it. If they're violating others' trust and privacy with you, why would you be the exception? Fake people use gossip as currency. It makes them feel important and connected. It's also a manipulation tactic. By sharing secrets, they create false intimacy quickly. Number 4, excessive flattery. Genuine compliments are specific and spontaneous. Fake compliments are excessive, generic, and strategic. A fake person will shower you with praise, especially when they want something. You're amazing! You're so talented! I don't know what I'd do without you. But listen carefully. These compliments are often vague and over the top. They're buttering you up. And the moment you're no longer useful, or the moment you set a boundary, that flattery vanishes like smoke. Number 5, inconsistency between words and actions. This is the golden rule for identifying fake people. Watch what they do, not what they say. Fake people make big promises. They commit to plans, swear they'll be there for you, claim they value honesty and loyalty above all else. But when it's time to follow through, suddenly there are excuses, delays, or complete radio silence. They say they'll help you move. They cancel last minute. They promise to keep your secret. Everyone knows by Tuesday. They claim they're always honest, but you've caught them in 3 lies this week. Real people aren't perfect, but there's consistency between their values and their behavior. Number 6, they only show up when they need something. You haven't heard from them in months. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, "Hey, I've been thinking about you. How are you?" You feel a little warmth. Maybe they genuinely missed you. You start catching up, and then it comes. "So, actually, I was wondering if you could help me with..." Fake people treat relationships like ATMs. They make withdrawals constantly, but never deposits. They resurface when they need a favor, advice, connections, money, or emotional support. But when you need them, they're nowhere to be found.
Number 7. They're competitive about everything. You share good news, and instead of celebrating with you, they one-up you with their own story, downplay your achievement, subtly point out flaws or limitations. Fake people can't be happy for others because they view life as a zero-sum game. Your success feels like their failure. Your happiness diminishes their spotlight. A real friend experiences genuine joy at your wins. A fake person feels threatened by them. Number 8. Emotional manipulation. Fake people are emotional puppeteers. They've mastered the art of guilt tripping. After everything I've done for you, even though you never asked and they've kept score. Playing the victim. Nothing is ever their fault. They're always the wronged party. Gaslighting, making you doubt your own perceptions and memories. Love bombing, then withdrawing. Overwhelming you with affection, then going cold to keep you off balance. They use emotions as tools to control situations and people. Number 9. No depth in conversation. Try having a meaningful conversation with a fake person. It's exhausting. They don't ask genuine questions about your life. They don't remember details you've shared. Conversations stay surface level. Weather, celebrities, superficial observations. And if you try to go deeper, they deflect, make jokes, or steer back to safe, shallow waters. That's because real connection requires vulnerability, and fake people guard their true selves like nuclear codes. Number 10. They're judgmental about others. Fake people have extremely high standards for everyone else. They're quick to criticize, mock, and judge others for the same things they do themselves. They'll ridicule someone for being overdressed while obsessing over their own appearance. They'll mock someone's career choices while being deeply insecure about their own path. This judgment serves two purposes. It makes them feel superior, and it's a warning to you. Step out of line, and you'll be next. Now, let's look into the psychology behind fake behavior. Understanding why people act fake can help you respond with clarity rather than anger. Deep insecurity. Most fake behavior stems from profound insecurity. These individuals don't feel valuable as they are, so they create an elaborate facade. The mask they wear is who they wish they were, but deep down, they feel inadequate. Lack of authentic identity. Many fake people never developed a strong sense of self. They learned early that approval comes from being what others want, not from being genuine. They're so accustomed to performing that they may not even know who they really are. Transactional worldview. Fake people often view all relationships as transactions. Kindness is an investment, expecting returns. Friendship is networking. Trust is strategic. They genuinely don't understand unconditional care because they've never operated that way. Fear of vulnerability. Being real means being vulnerable, showing flaws, admitting mistakes, expressing genuine emotions. For someone terrified of rejection, fakeness feels like protection. The mask can be rejected, but it keeps the real person safe inside. Here are the subtle signs for advanced detection. You can easily detect them by simply observing these signs. Number 1, they tell you who they are. Ironically, fake people often announce their supposed qualities. I'm a really loyal person. I'm always honest. I'm not like other people. I'm genuine. Truly loyal, honest, genuine people don't need to advertise it.
Their actions speak for themselves. When someone is insisting on their character traits, they're usually compensating for the opposite. Number 2, the energy shift. Trust your gut. Fake people leave you feeling drained rather than energized, anxious or on edge rather than comfortable, competitive rather than collaborative, defensive rather than open. Your nervous system picks up on incongruence between someone's words and their energy. That uneasy feeling is data. Number 3, they have a history of unstable relationships. Listen when someone tells you about their past. If they describe repeated friendship betrayals, if they're always cutting people off, if every ex is crazy, if former friends are all fake, there's a pattern. Sometimes a person is genuinely unlucky in relationships, but if there's a consistent trail of burned bridges and they're always the victim, they're likely the common denominator. 4, conditional support. A fake person's support has strings attached. They're there for you when it's convenient, when it makes them look good, or when others are watching. But need them at 2 a.m.? Need support that requires actual sacrifice? They're suddenly busy. 5, they're different on social media. Their online persona is radically different from their real-life self. Not just more polished, actually different. Different values, different lifestyle, different personality. They're selling a fantasy version that bears little resemblance to reality. Now let's talk about how you can protect yourself from fake people. 1, trust the pattern, not the moment. One instance of flakiness doesn't make someone fake. Everyone has bad days. But if you see a consistent pattern over weeks and months, believe it. 2, establish boundaries. Fake people hate boundaries because boundaries interrupt their manipulation. Start saying no. See what happens. Real people respect your limits. Fake people will guilt you, argue, or disappear. 3, don't overshare. Until someone has proven trustworthy over time, protect your privacy. Don't share your deepest fears, biggest dreams, or sensitive information. Make them earn your trust through consistent, genuine behavior. 4, stop making excuses for them. They're just going through a tough time. They didn't mean it that way. Maybe I'm being too sensitive. Stop. If someone consistently makes you feel bad, you're not imagining it. Stop rewriting their narrative to justify their behavior. 5, the slow fade. You don't owe fake people a dramatic confrontation. You can simply fade. Reduce contact gradually. Become less available. Offer less information. Create distance. Invest in genuine people. The best defense against fake people is a strong network of real ones. Invest your time and energy in relationships that are reciprocal, consistent, and authentic. Let's dive into the difference between fake people and real ones. Let's make this crystal clear. Fake people? Consistency. Change personality depending on audience. Motivation? What can I get from this? Communication? Say what you want to hear. Conflict? Avoid, deflect, or play victim. Support? Conditional and convenient. Energy? Draining and competitive. Vulnerability? Avoided at all costs. Real people. Consistency? Core values remain stable across contexts. Motivation? Genuine connection and mutual growth. Communication? Honest, even when uncomfortable. Conflict? Address directly and seek resolution. Support? Consistent and sometimes inconvenient. Energy? Reciprocal and collaborative. Vulnerability? Shared appropriately over time. A word of caution. As you become skilled at spotting fake people, be careful not to become cynical. Not everyone who makes a mistake is fake. Not everyone who disappoints you is manipulative. Real people have bad days, make mistakes, occasionally prioritize themselves, aren't always available, sometimes let you down. The difference is in the pattern, the intention, and the willingness to acknowledge and repair. Also, beware of your own confirmation bias. If you've been hurt, you might start seeing red flags where there are only human imperfections. Balance discernment with giving people a fair chance.
What if you've been fake? Here's a difficult truth. Most of us have engaged in fake behavior at some point. Maybe you pretended to like something to fit in, said you'd do something you had no intention of doing, gossiped to feel included, exaggerated your life on social media, used someone for what they could offer. Recognizing this doesn't make you a terrible person. It makes you human and self-aware. The question isn't whether you've ever been fake, it's whether it's your default mode and whether you're willing to change.
If you recognize yourself in these patterns, 1. Acknowledge it honestly. No excuses, no justifications, just honest recognition. 2. Understand the why. What are you protecting? What are you afraid of? What need is the fakeness meeting? 3. Start small with authenticity. You don't have to bare your soul to everyone tomorrow. Start expressing genuine opinions. Stop agreeing when you disagree. Share something real. 4. Accept that some people might leave. When you stop being who people expect and start being who you are, some relationships will end. That's okay. They were connected to your mask, not your face. 5. Build tolerance for vulnerability. Being real is scary. You might be rejected, but you'll also be truly seen, and that's where real connection lives. The deeper truth. Here's what years of observing human behavior teaches us. Fake people aren't usually villains twirling mustaches. They're hurt people who learned that being real wasn't safe. Maybe authenticity was punished in their family. Maybe vulnerability was weaponized against them. Maybe they were rejected for being themselves and decided never to risk it again. This doesn't excuse the behavior. You still need to protect yourself, but it adds context. When you encounter fake people, you have choices. Distance yourself, often the wisest option.
Maintain superficial contact, sometimes necessary for work or family. Offer gentle honesty, if they're open and the relationship matters. Accept them as they are, without deep involvement. What you cannot do is change them. That's their work, if they choose to do it. Conclusion. Seeing through fake people is a valuable life skill. It protects your energy, your trust, and your peace. But the goal isn't to become suspicious of everyone or to build walls around your heart. The goal is discernment, the ability to recognize genuine connection when it appears and to politely decline the counterfeit. Surround yourself with people who show up consistently, tell you the truth, even when it's hard. Celebrate your success without jealousy. Admit when they're wrong. Respect your boundaries. Like you for who you are, not what you provide. These people exist. They're out there living authentically, sometimes imperfectly, but always genuinely. And here's the beautiful part. When you commit to being real yourself, when you drop your own masks and show up authentically, you naturally attract real people and repel fake ones. Authenticity is magnetic to those who value it and repellent to those who fear it. So be real, be discerning, protect your energy, and invest deeply in the people who prove, through consistent action over time, that they're worthy of your trust. Because life's too short to spend it with people wearing masks. Your real tribe is out there, and they're looking for the real you. Final thought. The most powerful thing you can do in a world full of fake people? Be relentlessly, unapologetically, courageously real. Not perfect, not without flaws, but genuine. That's how you see through the fake, and that's how you become unfakeable yourself. Goodbye.